Yo, yo! What's goody? What's goody? We got some Vortex online gallery today in the young year of 2025. The PC bracket looks kind of fun. And on comms, y'all know me, my name Lux. And next to me, you got young Mike.
Hello, I am Mike Stacker. I'll be commentating Gallery Vortex Gallery 2025. As you can see, we have our first match up on stream soon, which will be Ryuzuzu X. I think a pretty well-known new card player, been in PFC, following the Persona scene. But the past year, really been going up. We saw him just yesterday. A pretty competitive set with Flood, and then Luigi XK, a little bit of a lesser-known player. I've never seen none myself. But it seems that they play Keno Rise, so that might be an interesting matchup. What are your thoughts, Lux?
Ryuzuzu was playing yesterday. I wasn't able to watch the bracket, but if it was competitive, then I'm expecting them to do pretty alright. As for the other hand, they got the underdog factor, as in if we don't know who it is, we don't know their play style, we don't know what they do. Hell, we don't even know the way they dance around in neutral. So
yeah,
anything can happen. Plus, they're playing the dog, and the dog is kind of crazy because one tap equals mixed city. So anything really can happen. It's just a matter of controlling the game, you know. See how because both of these characters have tools to do so. With the boy having long spear buttons and having the dog itself, which looks like it's being wrestled out of here with arrows and margarulas and 5Cs. The hit confirm. Now we're gonna go into arrow. We're gonna take our damage. Now we're gonna see what we're gonna block, right?
He's barely missing the kill there. Doesn't matter. Getting the J. The one thing I saw there was he seemed a bit slow to use his dog, which is often the way you want to use Koro in this match. You want to use your Koro liberally because Yukari can hit Koromaru really easily, and it doesn't take too long to actually kill Koro in this match.
I've also heard that unsummon is good because you can check Yukari from just jumping up and down with the pocket rocket. But I also see the case for spending your meter and doing stuff like EX Pizza Cutter or that is projectile armored, right? And it actually clanks with all that, making a clear way for him to run in. But we didn't get the chance to see all that. Yeah, sniped.
Yeah, we didn't. I can say that Unsummon is definitely probably the ideal dog matchup, the ideal position for the dog in this matchup. So I'm curious to see if he might figure that out, if he might kind of use that to his advantage and really just abuse that. Because that's one of the things that I've seen Yukari players. There's the inverse of the Kens in this matchup, but this is both not a hard matchup on both sides because the Kens are like, what do I do in this match when they're new to the matchup? And I've also seen Yukari players go yo, what do I do? This matchup feels impossible. So it's kind of an interesting two-way kind of streak there, where it's a hard matchup. It's even, well, relatively even, maybe slight losing for normal Ken. But it's an interesting thing where both characters can really struggle in the matchup because of the different ways that they have to approach neutral, which I guess I would say that they have to approach it less ignorantly in these matchups.
I like the word that you say, ignorant, because both of these characters have a tendency to just autopilot in neutral with their just strong options, like Super Jump JB with Yukari, and she could do it, I think it's up to 3 times. Whoa, I don't know about that burst, buddy.
Yeah, I was bit of a Canadian burst there.
Yeah, we're up on the north with that one. That oxygen looking real neat, but it's fine, it's fine. But going back to it, controlling neutral, the 5C Magarula with the auto target, if you shoot into it, the bombs, you can go into a loop, right? And it's a hard loop to break, don't get me wrong. And Ken has stuff where they can just match that 5C, jump up JB, contest stuff, or just check you with JA, EX Pizza Cutter, or Beyblade, which is the one on the ground, 5C check your dash. So both of these characters actually have to kind of think about what their options they're choosing in neutral. Yo, sweep OMB? Drop the combo, sadly. Counter hit, let's get something started. Okay, AOA. Drop the confirm, but it's okay. Windmill, it was a panic option.
strategy up.
Yo, we
Ooh, a
did
yellow beat. No Tekken in this household, and that's going to be a quick 2-0 for Ryuzuzu. Able to kind of just get that mix started, get that game plan going, and looked as if Luigi was having some issues dealing with that. But looks like our next match on stream is going to be Free Golem versus Sean Conroy.
So, both of these players, they have a history with other games. You know, Kanji kind of looking like Beowulf out here. You know what I'm saying? He can grab you and then like kind of loop you, get that paralyzed, and then kind of that's when the RPS actually really starts. When he can actually grab you and shock you, and you actually. And on the other side, I see Shadow because I see them yellow eyes, the evil ass stare. You know, that means any JB we get in there, and that should be Golden Bomber glowing yellow. We do more damage, get that meter back, start with the HP regen, and also you get access to the bat loops, which is the real sauce. You know. You also get the. Aside from that, not only do you get the. With Shadow specifically, you just have access to, I believe it's Grand Slam, which is one of the best supers in this game if you can time it correctly, in my opinion. But
yeah, that's a nuke that can definitely add to the damage potential a lot of this character.
Like, this character, Junpei, is like, it seems like it's over, and then he taps you, you see his eyes cut in, you just exploded out of nowhere. He gets that perfect pitch down the middle, bing, straight dinger, know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely, and as you mentioned earlier, Shadow gets to it so much quicker, so much more consistently. It's one of the Shadows that really brings out the consistency in the character. Sometimes people like to say, and the common wisdom is that the Shadows are the less consistent ones. I would say that's definitely not going to be the case for Junpei. If Free Golem can take those frenzy confirms, get into Victory Prime immediately, get them to the corner, and run that game plan.
This is interesting. I didn't expect Conroy to pick a Aki. It's pretty neat. This is a secret pick.
Yeah, I've never seen them. Yeah, I've always seen them on the Kanji. I've seen them a little bit, and they've always been on the Kanji. I've never seen the Akihiko. I will say, Akihiko, I would say, I would expect to see a lot of JC in this match tomorrow.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Different player.
Sorry, chat, we got the wrong player here. We apologize.
I'm like, wait. Tubbsy. Yo, the cameo is crazy. Yo, the Tubbsy jump scare is crazy. Aki's really be out here. Man with the cape is looking for hands and protein.
And those Akihiko players, you see them looking for games a lot. See them always grinding. They're always kind of thinking. They're like this hive mind. And every time you fight them, they have like a billion new defensive techs that they figured out. They're such an absurdly like smart player base. But that's not the time for them. Right now is not the time for them, unfortunately. But maybe we'll see them in action a little later on in the bracket.
And speaking of player bases, Kanji is a very supportive one. I always see them straight optimism. It doesn't matter what the matchup is, they always find some tech, some way, some small optimization. Like, the joke that I always see is like, oh boy, 5 more damage! Yippee! And I'm like, yo, you're insane. And like, it's one of like the most like open arms player base I've ever seen for a character. So like, shout out to Kanji as well.
Yeah, I think I remember there was one point where I was like following this Kanji combo route, and I swear in a week they went from like low 3.1k to high 3.1k.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta respect the dedication from them. They're dedicated to their main. As a whole, people in this game tend to solo main and just kind of stick dedicated with their characters. Every character in the game can do it. We've seen, even Kanji has gotten like top 8, top 6 at majors.
Several times. I believe. Yeah, no. There's a lot of representation. Where does play Kanji a lot in majors? So that's like at least one. Oboro's another good one. Showed up at Otaku 23. Like, not Oboro, OTDT. Oboro is a different one. I got them confused for a second.
I think Goro even got like 9th at one of the CEO talkers though, so like even they've been putting up solid results, and 9th ain't bad.
We're just waiting for the players and everything set up. Yo, and as we wait for this match, we got some stuff to show y'all. If y'all type in !Matcherino, right? Y'all get to put some 25 cents in the pot. They all add up. Y'all got some codes. You get at it. We support the player base and support the community. You know what I'm saying? And aside from that, we also got a shop for Vortex Gallery now. !Shop. We got hoodies, stickers, some posters. The Absolute Idiot one is kind of nice with the Japanese Goburin. That's kind of, I might have to cop. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny.
Absolutely, and all of the money and everything they get from it goes straight to 956 Productions, goes directly to them. It'll help support Vortex Gallery and other endeavors that they do, such as Frosty Fausting's side events, so please support them in any way you can. If you want to see it, you can go to vortexgallery.moe or 956pro.com/shop or !shop in the chat.
And don't forget, once more for the Matcherino, it's !Matcherino to support the pot right now. Y'all got them codes, run it up. I know y'all got them codes.
Absolutely, and it's free to do, no cost, so just go do it. It takes no time at all. By the time the players will be in the match, you'll be done with the Matcherino and you'll be back to watching this awesome gameplay.
There we go.
Right.
We in there.
So, as we expected, it is kanji. It's not Hidenaki Hiko. So how do you
The
think
mix-up
this
would have been
matchup?
crazy though. That mix-up would have been kind of crazy.
It would have been. So how do you think this matchup might play out, Locks?
It's kind of tragic on defense for Kanji. It's one of the few times where his DP is actually a hindrance. Because on Oki, Junpei can actually JB, and it's considered a projectile, so he gets fatal countered instead. So, yeah, it's kind of nutty. So, if Golem can figure that one out, we might see some problems on Conroy's side of things. But it seems like they're running an offense with the cross of JB, chooses not to pop the shadow, still gets the fatal anyway. Ugh, I don't know about that one.
And they're not even going to need Frenzy. Ooh, no. It's a bit of a drop.
Smart on Conroy to not tech, because Golem was doing a reset there.
Yeah, let's... 5C counter, that's a lot of damage. Using that burst just got to explode there. There we go, we got the victory cry. Good bait.
I see what you were going
for. No corners, or I don't know if this is... Oh, this is the...
Oh, it's just the back.
This is the one.
And it just...
Yeah.
Keep it simple. If y'all don't know what to do, just go for what you know works. Like...
Absolutely, in tourneys, simplicity is key. That's how you see those consistent players who always seem to make the top 8. That's how they do it. They just keep it easy.
Nice defense.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, going for a D-grab there. Good hop reaction for sure.
Oh, Conroy is really trying to enforce the tick pressure. I see.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the things to note is I'm curious to see if Golem knows about the 5 VIB. Can that be instant walk? Because that's a bit of a Canadian burst there. Bit of a weak punish. Oh, this might be the round if they can get... I don't think they can.
Yo. Nah, because if they didn't have a Berserk, they could have actually looped Supers. But it's fine, as long as we keep it. Nice. Fighting back? Never mind.
Yeah, OMC Fox, you're gonna close it out. Free Golem going up 1-0. So I think something interesting I saw, and I didn't get the chance to point it out, was at the beginning of that game, I liked the idea of Conroy bursting immediately when Junpei got the first hit. Showing that matchup knowledge of, yeah, in most matchups, that would be seen as like a bad burst, sometimes referred to as a straw burst, where it's like, you didn't early burst with panic. Against Junpei, and Shadow Junpei specifically, that can be a really good call. Because Junpei without Victory Cry is a significantly less scary character, to the point where the typical bad burst is seen as much more favorable.
I think it's more of a you want to stop their momentum at all costs. Because
yeah, absolutely.
Junpei can be boiled down to being a level up character with a really heavy snowball. You keep hitting them with your bat normals and specials, and you eventually just become a very strong character.
And that burst there, that's already heavily. It's a really good thing for Conroy. The one thing about Shadow Junpei, and of course for every Shadow character, but I'd say especially Shadow Junpei, he is very heavily reliant on his burst.
Yeah, nice dive kick. Often forgetting that he has a budget Narukami J2A. He does have that dive kick. People do forget about it. Nice. Doing the JD. I feel like that was a drop dash.
Conroy would give a...
What?
I think he was trying to bear the reaction there from Conroy. No tech.
I like that he started punishing the no tech. Because Conroy's like, oh, they're gonna go for reset. So Golem adapted and went like, okay, I'm just gonna no tech, and Golem is like, I'm just gonna run up and see if I can get a full combo. That's good awareness right there. Do we super? Yes. And now
we're gonna get the Victory Cry. And then with that down, Mount Overhead closing it out, has a nice burst advantage going into this next round too. Away round start.
Oh, they missed the timing! They were trying to do the thing, but they missed the timing. Run up, you got a corner throw, but you had to micro dash.
A little bit too far to convert that. Conroy gonna get burst back, but...
They're willing to keep it.
Yeah, trying to conserve it. And good burst by the close it out.
It looks like we did finish our meal.
Yes. And that's gonna be 2-0 for Golem. Nice and clean. Really show just how important getting Victory Cry is there.
Though I didn't see the fact of hit confirm go to Berserk, you know? I think at that point you'd rather be playing regular Junpei because you're losing out on a lot of damage. That's when the Shadow damage penalty actually really shows.
Yeah,
because hitting people with a repetitive 3-piece combo meal with no biscuit or drink is not gonna add up in this game when people are spending on like the New York Strip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. As I always like to say about this game, all you need is one neutral interaction. So you're hitting them 3 times, winning 3 neutral interactions for 3k. It's not quite there considering you got characters like Kang, even Kanji, where it's like you lose 1 neutral interaction, you got mixed 3 times, GG, shake my head. However, I think our next set's looking to be Karma versus Soliloquy. Have you seen Soliloquy at all?
No. I like that we're getting a lot of new faces.
Yeah, I think we tend to see that with the bigger events. We get to see a lot of new people, introduce a lot of new people to the game, and it's really cool to see that. But I think on the other side, we have Karma. And I don't think Karma's reputation...
Very prominent Shadow Naruto player. Often needs no introduction, but we're gonna do it anyways, because, like, we're gonna give him the respect he deserves. Usually always seen in the top 8s when they enter a bracket, very consistent, likes to stay back. Yo, a show player? Okay. I actually get to talk about my character.
Yeah, you know, I think you might know a little bit about the show character. Maybe you could give the people a bit of an introduction to what he does.
So, he is the character that has no persona. That's his gimmick. So instead, he gets a collection of more regular fighting game normals, right? You know, your ABC series. And then for your D button, you have a dodge. And then the biggest difference the biggest difference from him and the other redhead is that he has 8.5 HP, which is often a detriment and a benefit because yes, he reaches awakening faster, but he often gets to die faster because of it if your movement and your spacing isn't correct. You know, if you are very, very reckless with your movement on this character or make wrong decisions, you may often not even get the chance to use your Moon Smasher, which is air unblockable. And here we see an air throw.
Lowering down that.
Oh, they
That
wanted the
counter.
burst. They really wanted that burst, unless the controller's having issues. Never mind, I lied. So they tried to
There we
roll,
go.
they thought the trap was there, and then they got caught. And they got shot for that too.
Yeah, definitely can happen. You gotta be careful with those rolls against Naoto. She's definitely one of the best zoners in the game. Well, maybe not zoner, but a character that can zone rather.
Took the safe jump instead of a combo. They're going for a lot of pressure, which is often more of a layer 2 thing, but it's fine because we want to enforce pressure, and that's something not pressure, respect, which is something that the reset was unnecessary, which is often something that he cannot afford to do. you gotta pick your spots, right?
A bit of a drop there, but doesn't matter. He's able to close it out regardless.
So in this matchup, you often want to throw a lot of knives, a lot of kunai, because it gets to challenge the traps that they set. But you gotta also, you can't just stay back and throw kunai all day, because then Naoto shoots them, and it turns out a kunai doesn't beat a gun, you know?
Yeah, especially not when there's multiple bullets. There's gets to shoot up to 5. However, we're seeing a character swap here to the Labrys.
I feel like
Bit
this is
more of a
Labrys.
bit more of a snowbally character. I think Soliloquy might be thinking here, I wanna get my offense going and I wanna kill them once I reach my life. It's Labrys.
Yeah,
Bit
this
of
is
an interesting
Labrys, a character with little representation. Off the top of my head, I think I can only name 2 players that plays this version of the character.
Yeah, often one of the characters where the normal is typically seen as better. However, what I can say is if Labrys gets a good hit, you are going to die off that hit, and it's not going to be good.
It's a lot like Junpei, where her first touch is give me red axe, second touch you die, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But we're not gonna be seeing that, and Karma actually doing the combo, gun. Look him up, San Andreas. We not in Grove Street, but you still got shot.
Yeah, both of them still holding on to their burst in the second round. I think both of these players seem pretty conservative in how they want to use their burst, which I think is a really good sign.
Slowing down. Oh, we didn't hit confirm. It turns out 7 was a lucky number this time. They're giving you a lot of chances to play the video game. Grab him?
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
there it is.
Just a free instant kill. Gonna be a perfect. It's gonna be 2-0 for Karma.
Clean.
Karma really showing why he's this person who I think sometimes we used to think about this maybe like a year back, maybe even a year and a half back at this point, where it's like every PFC monthly, you already knew the grands. It was Karma versus Flood.
That arc was kind of nutty. That arc
It was, and speaking of Flood, we're going to be seeing him right now against Sevalis.
Summon and speak and he shall appear. Can't believe you actually summoned him like that. That's kind of crazy.
Well, got a pretty good intuition about those things at times. And I suppose we can introduce Flood first, since we were just talking about him. Again, super good player. Just won Vortex Gallery last night. Double 3-1 over Ryuzuzu. But it was a close 3-1. It was really close, really competitive. But I could tell that Flood was winning because he just had that clutch factor.
And on the other side, we got another Shadow Junpei, Sebalas.
Yeah.
But I actually have a lot more to say about this one. like a lot more to say about their hit confirms because they often do hit you and pop berserk, and then force you to watch that cutscene as they level up, which is when the character is at his best.
Yeah, for sure. I can say from playing Seba, I played them a while back, and I can say whenever I knew every time if they had Frenzy, they're going into that hit confirm. So I think what that Flood might implement is every time he sees them hit them at round start or whatever, if he gets that hit, Flood's just going to go, nah, I don't want to deal with that. I'm just going to burst. Go back to neutral, because especially since you card.
And then
burst in this game benefits you card in absurd amounts.
We can probably see the layer 2 of like, oh, you're going to burst every time? Baited. I'm still going to do it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. We can get up a bit of that mind game, especially since if you burst and they bait it, that's a bad situation in this game. Burst is not free at all in this game. It takes a long time to come back. It's not something you just want to be thrown out there. However, I am going to say I cannot imagine GK exactly is favored in the neutral of this match.
It's not that bad, actually, because an often hidden feature, we're going to see. You see, his 5B and his bat normals reflect projectiles, so they can't actually set 5C or Magarula for free. See, here it is. Look at these eyes.
No.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! When we have meter penalties, we're not even getting meter penalties.
We recover. We still glowing yellow.
Yeah, we got it. We got the glowing yellow. We got out the burst. Not quite enough for that confirm.
They were trying to armor through the DP. They did. If they had done the EX version, if they had meter for the EX version, it would have worked.
Genius thinking, but unfortunately, we already know the U-card cutscenes. For those who don't, 3 to 4 count every hit is just going to the corner, getting that restand
mix overhead up. Go with the standing low. Yo, those Mizuros, they're kind of getting scuffed right now.
Oh, it did.
No, that worked.
Yo, that was a sick riding. I don't think I've seen that before.
Round 2.
Okay, however, for Seba, in his favor, he has Victory Cry and he has that Shadow Frenzy. This is potentially a 2-touch game. However,
without the Berserk, because now they can actually choose to use Burst more liberally, because Golden Bomber is such a good state to be in, because you're always recovering.
Yeah,
oh, they're trying to pick up the 2A. They were trying to go with that's harder routing to get more damage. I respect the thinking. Okay, we loop our JBs.
Another corner, overhead low. What you guess? Okay, guessing right here.
It happened again. The standing low. The Mizuros, bro.
And block forever against the 5-hit.
Nice micro dash. That was kind of sick. Okay, we swing out of there. We got our burst back. Oh, it got baited this time, but it doesn't matter. We weren't ready for it.
Punished properly.
Oh, the punish because we tried to do something.
1-0 for Flood. So I think one thing I'm curious about is, and I don't know if you felt this way too, Seba's feeling a little bit nervous with his burst. Feels like he might be doing a little quickly, a little bit off instinct. Kind of just autopiloting to, I don't want to let Flood play the game, because he knows that Flood's a really good player. Do you have any thoughts on how that might affect his play?
I can see where you're going at with this, but I think it's more of a, hey, I have a Golden Bomber, I don't want to waste it. Because in this matchup, you take everything you can get.
That's fair. That's fair. I suppose part of my thing is I sometimes feel like bursting card sometimes isn't even enough. Because you better go back.
Listen, like, any chance you get to play neutral or like play the game is a chance you get to steal a game.
That's a fair thought process. That's a good thought process to have. I think it's one that also emphasizes the confidence that, yeah, I can win neutral. I don't need my best to win. I can just play it. I think having confidence is one of the best things to have.
The 5B reflect was nice, but we couldn't do much off of it.
Gonna keep it unburstable here.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
gonna go up to set point now.
That looks like a Shang Tsung combo from Mankind 9 with the skulls.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
nice
did.
2B, could not confirm. Yo, Flood always
Same
consistent.
thing. Go to the
getting hit.
corner.
I seem to be calm cursing people.
I think that's the
Nice
thing every
burst, really
commentator
good
goes
return.
through.
Okay, nice. Nice. Now we're playing the. Ooh, nice pickup with the 5B again. Getting some OP. Never mind, we DP through it.
Straight through that. We see him play just using the fact that Ukraine is one of the best DPs in the game, and that's gonna be it, assuming no drops. Let's go for super to clean it up. Nice and easy. 2-0 to Flood, moving on to winner's final.
We didn't even get to see the big tornado.
That's a good point. We didn't see a single Magarula that set. Might have been the first time I haven't seen a Yukari use Magarula in a set. We are reaching
Bonch and
new-
Karma? This is a throwback. This is a throwback for me. Because, bit of lore, we were on the same group, the Rising Stars, and this was like kind of nice to see it happen again. I haven't Bunch, we know him, consistent Origami, and Karma. We saw him early on the bracket. The introduction was already made. I'm just trying to see some good persona.
Yeah, I am too, and I gotta say for Bonch, I think one thing to notice about Bonch, I don't know if I've ever talked to somebody more knowledgeable about the game. You can ask him about
Incredibly
anything,
knowledgeable
I swear.
about the game.
I can ask him about like the most.
Often talks like an encyclopedia, which is very appreciated, but it can be very overwhelming. Blocks of text, but they're all very informative and will teach you more stuff about this game. So if you have like any like big technical questions, he's one of the guys to go to.
Yeah, for sure. And I gotta say for Bonch, and that doesn't just apply to like outside of the game. He's one of those guys. He's not like a lab team who just knows everything. But when he goes into a game, the results aren't quite what you'd expect. No, he's absolutely amazing in game. He's one of those players that like you think you have good offense. You think, yeah, my offense is good. I can roll people up easy. And then you play like a 5-game set against Bonch, and he defended you and he blocked you for like 2 minutes of that set total, and you didn't get a single hit. Maybe you got 1 or 2 hits.
I think the most impressive thing for me is his ability to have killing eye. He like scans all the resources that he has, like OMB, meter, your health bar, and time, and then goes, yeah, I could probably kill you off this. And like 9 times out of 10, he does.
Yeah, for sure. Just such a crazy player. So much knowledge of the game. Not only that, I don't think we're going to see it, but he has a secondary eye base. It's not likely to come out, but he does have it in the back pocket if he wants to.
Let's begin.
Nah, I think we're going for the trusty, the good old, reliable, young Narukami, the pro tag.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I can't say, I don't know too much about this matchup and what each side thinks about it, but I do know this is a matchup, a player matchup that we've seen a fair bit. Gotta say, I think especially from what I've seen like the past year or so, Bonch has just leveled up even more than what we... Okay. Okay. So this, just small button check, coming back in a moment. So I gotta ask, Lox, I feel like you've probably seen them play a little bit more than I have. Do you have any insights on how you think this player matchup might go?
It's probably going to be a slow game. And that's not a bad thing, because both of these players have an approach to neutral where they'd rather see a mistake and capitalize, or just do the consistent stuff that works to keep their turn as often as possible. Whether it's a Narukami 5A, 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 2A, 5A grab pressure, or Naoto just doing stuff to keep herself safe and set up traps, making it harder for you to move. So it's often gonna be. I think it's gonna be a way of maneuvering this obstacle course that Karma wants to set, and if Bonch can get his pressure started, see how Karma can react to it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious to see how Karma might navigate around Bonch's defense. One of the things that I'd say is one of the things that I've always been impressed about Bonch. So I think if he tries to go for the stuff that works against most people, he might find himself struggling a little bit. But I'm sure he knows that. Again, as I said, I've seen these guys play. If I haven't actually watched that, like I've at least seen them in the bracket a lot. However, the match has started, we're getting into it.
Oh, the Hop J2B were... Yo, nice challenge. Are we gonna spend it? No, we're... It's fine. We got auto combo to keep our meter up. That's kind of smart.
Yeah, for sure. For those who don't know, when you finish an auto combo, you get a bit of a meter back. And it's a pretty significant amount.
Not only do you get meter back, you also build that burst if you don't have it.
Yeah, I don't know what meter... Okay, opting to spend the burst there.
Bicycle kicks, we look like it? Oh, we could have been the FYC. That could have been the round. Nice 2B.
Fortunate.
Oh yeah, that's the... That's a better extended route from the usual anti-air, where you went 2 JAs instead of 1. Okay.
Yeah, good optimization and good corner care. For those who don't know, Darukami...
Good setup.
Good setup from Karma, just...
But anyways, what were you gonna say?
I was saying that for those who don't know, Darukami, one of his weaknesses is that he's, quote, weak mid-screen. He's gonna struggle with the damage and the convergence for mid-screen, but the thing is that he has really good corner care. And somebody like Bonch, he's gonna be optimizing that corner care in every situation. And when he gets to the corner, he's just gonna kill you.
Nice 5D OP to bait out the DP and keep turns. But yeah, but not only that, if we're like grounded, I often see him just use the meter for EX car to drag you to the corner. Ooh! That would have been such a nice pickup.
Yeah, an unfortunate drop and leaving him with 1 skull counter, which means that the game's not, like, it's now less of a 2, like, it could have been a 1-tap, now it's a bit more of a 2-tap here.
Can we talk about, Bonch's awareness with, like, the spacing on the DP and then instantly doing dive kick, OMC, to, like, not get hit, opting for the safe jump instead? This might be the killing blow.
Yeah, not opting to spend it here, yeah, just going for the safe jump.
Yeah, the mix-up.
Ooh, instant overhead, yeah. What is that, a 21 frame overhead or something? Yeah, that's a... Yeah, you're not blocking online. Nobody blocks it online. That's it.
Yo, he flashes blue, and you better hope you guessed up. You better hope you protected that dome. Preemptively, might I add.
Yeah, because you are not reacting online. People struggle with reacting that often. Like,
offline, it's still hard to deal with, but it's very, very difficult to block. Anyways, nice 5D punish. 5B, not 5D.
There, get the safe jump.
DP finally working out for Karma.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Ooh, this is a 1-touch game.
Oh my god, that was... The craziest part is that they got a random straight hit from 5C, like, behind Sukuna Hikana, and we're still able to confirm.
Yeah, such good awareness on when they can get that insta-kill. Just already knew that they could just go for it, get in there, get that kill, close the game out, not leave another chance for Bonch. Yeah,
Karma 1, Bonch 0. But we can see if we can throw this back, because this is a very prime candidate for a game 3. Like this, that can really go either way. These players are very nice, making a fight to the final round last game, so really could go either way. Yo, instead of fading away, they canceled JB. This time opting to spend Berserk to make the fake counter 0. So we're still taking the Oki.
The moment they get 50 meter, this is a 1-tap round.
No, I think... Yo! No, it's 3 taps because they didn't have the meter.
I meant to say like something that they get there. It can be a little weird to calculate how much taps they take once they get meter.
Oh!
But
they did EX
they got 50 meter.
Into the corner, like I said earlier.
They got options here.
Oh, they're trying to run away. They're trying to run away and control neutral. The house of cards may be falling down. Oh yeah, they're gonna spend this meter.
Awakening Super. You don't even need the Awakening Super there. But he does it anyways, just kills. Going up in the round.
It's the most damaging super in that scenario. Unless you do the Raiden Nembu.
I'm gonna use tag meter for
You didn't have to, but I'm just like pointing that one out. Nice tech on that throw.
I mean, no Narukami go for it really, but it is an option. You don't see it a whole lot.
Yo, they try to do fadeaway 7 is not your lucky number.
Okay, I can say this is not one tap game. They have Frenzy. They don't need the meter anymore. They don't need the 50 meter prerequisite. But it's not gonna matter. They're gonna have 50 meter anyway.
Yo, nice blocks on Bonch's side. Oh, they got thrown.
That's round.
Yep.
Yeah, just opt to spend for it. We see a little bit of variety in the insta-kill supers. Both Mudune and Hamon. I think I mispronounced that, but anyways. Both of them kill. However, since they use it back with 13...
Naoto is like one of the few characters to be blessed with a combo throw from mid-screen. Another person that has it, nice 2B, is Koro Ken. You got a 5 micro dash at 5B.
You don't even need to do that. You can just do the easy stuff in 2C.
Yo, 5AA backdash to hide behind the tent they're setting up. Bonch is trying to self-awaken with the DP.
Yeah, using the air turn DP. For those who don't know, certain DPs in the game, if you air turn before them... Oh, that's round. That's
No, that's not round. They're just trying to do a combo. But they dropped
wait,
confirmed.
I'm blind. They didn't have... I don't think they had...
Nope. Listen.
That's my bad.
You are listening to good Charlotte, but it doesn't matter. Because that's a boost actually right now. That emo music's helping out. Kick him in the head for it.
Alright, a little bit early on my call, but it is now 2-0. Now we're moving on to winners finals against Flood.
So, right now, we're actually gonna go into a little bit of a break, but before we let you go, we want to remind you, ! Match Arena. Run up them codes real quick. Still helps out our players and helps out the community. It's kind of drip. Sort of like the shop we got as well. ! Shop at vortexgallery.moe or 956pro.com/shop. Again, I like, this isn't even me like trying to glaze, like I actually just like these posters. Like, I think it's funny that they're referencing being an alcoholic and vodka. I think that's extremely funny to me.
Yeah, for sure. They got some great designs. As we said, 956pro.com/shop. Another option is ! Shop in the chat. All the money goes straight to 956 Productions. As I mentioned earlier, they're the runners of Vortex Gallery. It'll help them support this and other endeavors such as Frosty Faust side events, which is this January. Again, ! Matcherino, ! Shop, vortexgallery.mo, 956pro.com/shop. Go to any of them, you'll get what you want to see, you'll support the players, support the TOs, and now we're going to go head to break. Welcome back. We are with more Vortex Gallery Online 2025. Still the same commentators. We are going into our top 6 with Ryu, Zuzu versus Bonch. Lost, do you have anything that you might, any opinions on this matchup?
Honestly, I've not really seen it all that much. I've seen it every so often with people like Bonch and Thun, but I don't necessarily have that many things to say aside from, you know, both of these characters are very strong. Hit confirms, safe jumps, mix-ups, corner carry, very oppressive pressure, you name it, you know? Both of these characters could do it in their own.
Yeah, for sure. And I think something that I want to that I noticed yesterday, again, gonna allude to the previous bracket of Ryu Zuzu versus Flood, and I noticed that Ryu Zuzu was throwing in a lot of extra layers. He wasn't just going for the restand and keeping it like just like that and just looping that high-low again and again. He was like doing knockdowns, putting up the C buttons for the knockdowns, etc. And he was really adding more to his layers because he knew that Flood was going to defend against the layer 1 stuff. And I think Bonch is the exact same way. Again, one of the best traits about him as a player is his defense, and not only his defense, but his adaptability. So I think Ryu Zuzu is going to really have to bring out all the layers to win this set.
Because Bonch adapts very quickly when he sees a very exploitable pattern. So
yeah, for sure. And again, like, it might be more consistent over the high-low, but I think anybody who's like played fighting games at a higher level, played against high-level players, you eventually notice, like, even if the best option on paper exists, you gotta throw in that maybe slightly worse option on paper just to give them a new look, make them think about more, have them have more in their head, and then maybe when you get to layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, you bring back the layer 1 stuff, and now it's like they were thinking about other things, so now that mix-up is more effective, which in this case would be the restand, delayed air dash JA, or land 5A, or sweep, or whatever low Yukari wants to choose, because she has lots of them. I think right now we're just waiting for the players to get in though. They should be here soon.
And I'm getting word from Mothership that they finally joined. So we're getting that game started.
Speak and we shall summon them.
I guess?
Okay, I mentioned this earlier. I'm gonna be honest though, I've never seen Bonch play Ice.
I've seen it a couple times.
I know that they have one, and it's very good, but
I like, again, Bonch, very fundamental player. But I guess is a very just mix-up heavy character, so we'll see what we go for. Because the way Bonch plays, I guess, is often, and I like to label it like a program, like a computer, which is do the stuff that works, the safe stuff, run it up, and it's still over and over showing that it is consistent. So
yeah, for sure. I guess one of the best characters in the game, one of the characters that really just mixes you everywhere. A lot of characters in this game, they need a knockdown to start their 50-50s. No, she doesn't. She just mixes you mid-blocks, and she doesn't.
The thing that's actually scarier about the mix-up is that she gets really good reward. Where, like, a character, say like Sho, has to commit to meter, and can't often get all that much. Unless you hit a sweep, which is you have to commit to that as well. I guess does like stuff like IADJB cross up, and they can confirm into very good combos from there.
Yeah, for sure. Such a high damage character. You know, you see the EX flame, and it's like 4K. She got 4K, 4.5K. Safe jump. She's mixing you more. I think another interesting thing, I don't think it'll be too much of a factor, but she does have 120 bullets. Most things that she uses bullets, she uses about 8 of them. Somewhere and around there, so it's a bit of a resource, but it's not a major one. same with Orgia mode. For those who don't know, Orgia mode is what gives her the mix-up.
That's the
Gives her the
sauce.
scary neutral. Yeah, it's the character.
So the curve is often learning how to manage Orgia, but like you get past that learning curve, you got have fun. And there's a lot of ways to get in and out of it. DP is we didn't spend the meter? It doesn't matter. DP is the easiest way to do so, and then you have the easiest way because it's tied to your reversal option, and then you get the stance change, you go into super and whatnot. But then you have your 2-2X series, which is the mode change. And you can actually do that like after a combo on a knockdown and turn into Orgia mode, and then the party begins.
For sure. Also seeing that Aegis has some really good personas.
Yeah,
JC, obviously, one of the buttons in the game.
We got the Athena shield, the charging stars, I like to say. Shout out to Marvel. Yo, we're shooting the gun. We're out of bullets. Are we going for EXO? Delay, looking like a uni player, but we could not get the full confirm.
4 seconds on the timer. I think this goes to Ryuzuzu because they have a slight
Ryu got it by a slight margin. Bonch was a little bit too late on that aggro. If they had gone a little bit earlier, they could have stolen that round with the time.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh.
DP stance change?
Yeah, tried to go for the DP, didn't work out. Yeah, corner to corner. You see this a lot of Yukari.
Yo, and Yukari is one of the characters that has a really fast jab. Mix up JC. We just reacted to that delay tech, spending that meter. That's 3.4, and you gotta guess again. Never mind, we stance it. We did a OAD back to beta DP, but we just returned to neutral where Yukari is at the strongest. We did OMB. This is the confirm. We had to spend the burst, even if it was Domi. I know you're Canadian, I know you're up north, but it was not the time.
Unfortunate, Ryuzu's are gonna go for 1-0. I'm curious to see if they're gonna stick on the Aegis. Cause I think they've been playing Aegis for what, like over a year now at this point? Anyways, it's been quite a while, so it's not as if this is a brand new and yeah, just gonna stick with it. I'm interested to see what adaptations Bonch might make. Is there anything that you picked on that you think that Bonch might choose? A good hit there. Again, gonna go in. Get that corner, 50-50. Oh, just GP's out nice and clean. You kind of see that zone in from Ryuzuzu. Bonch low on the... Yeah, good super cancel to get out. Didn't hit, but it did get him out of the corner. Little persona break. For those who don't know, when a persona is broken, as it would imply, you cannot use your persona move or persona special move, and you cannot burst. However, Yukari generally one of the better characters in the game when her persona is broken, so not too big of a flaw on her end. But
a little bit of a flying squirrel, like another character in this cast. But because of her movement being so good, and she still has access to stuff like EX flip, or just super jump back JB, which is very strong, or J2B, which is comes down at a really weird angle to deal with on the ground. And that's the EX flip that I was just talking about. Go to the other side. I see that Ryu just wants to play that neutral. That was fatal counter. If they could have probably gone, like, I don't know, been able to run up there, they could have gone to confirm. Mortar, EX fire spin, and that's the round. It's crazy that they did 2.5k in Awakening.
Yeah, for sure. Even in Awakening, still nothing to scoff at range-wise. Both of them keeping their burst, though. I think both of them have been fairly conservative in how they use it. They're not just throwing it out there. They know to keep it. They know to not just use it.
That was a good roll on that 5C to take the turn with a 5A.
Oh, the persona is broken. Getting that arrow angle, setting it up. Drop, unfortunate. Another drop.
Unfortunate drops on both sides, but it doesn't matter. Mode change in the middle of the combo. Yo, that was nice.
Self-awakening.
They did auto combo and were able to dash up DP and self-awaken. I've never seen that route before. That was pretty cool.
Good burst, knowing that's a no.
The X Bagarula. Twice as cooler as the first one because you get to see 2 green tornadoes instead.
That's gonna be the game though. Bonch, beautiful burst bait. Trying to set up 1-1. I think what really happened there on Ryuzu's end is that it kind of felt like that they kind of had a bit too much drops, and it felt like when they dropped it, it was kind of like Bonch just kind of just took over the game from that point. Potential change to Shadow, for those who don't know, Ryuzuzu, and most Yukaris for that matter, prefer the normal Yukari, at least at a tourney setting, because she's more stable, she's more consistent, even just at an ease of use level of like, oh, she's more consistent to play because she's lower execution. Whereas Ryuzuzu plays a little bit of Shadow, but not a lot, so you'll sometimes see him consider the swap. But right there though, just gonna switch to normal Yukari. Gonna decide that he would rather have the consistency of the burst, or the more liberal burst.
Getting their offense started there. Yo, they did EX to recover their stuff faster because they realized that they were about to go into burnout. Very smart
call there from Font. He's had such good management of the Organ mode this entire set. Like, there's so many times where it's like, oh, he's almost out. Oh, he swapped out at a perfect time.
I think we only saw him in burnout once. To confirm that is the round.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, an easy 4K. Gonna go on set point now. Both players have their burst.
I think we've seen the called every time seeing their burst in the round 3. Or round 2. They've never spent it round 1.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. They both seem to be people who like to burst on the second round, which I think is like player dependent on which one you prefer. Some people think just burst on round 1 and then they'll get it back by burst by round 3. Other people think just save it for round 2. I want to save that burst to just game harder. And a bit of a slow neutral game here, and just air dash Dissy. See, right as I say that, easy 3. Sorry, not 3K, 2.5K.
Oh, the jump back. That was fuzzy. That was almost the fuzzy jump. OS. JA, J1 back. AOA. We flash what? That was overhead. Anyways, look at this conversion.
I think one thing you'll notice is that Ryuzuzu really does like going for that AOA because Yukari is one of the better ones in the game, so there's a lot of ways to cover up the AOA.
Almost falling out.
Ooh, not a clean. Unfortunately, just barely missed Eagle on the punch. Good OMC to convert here. Holding it, yeah, not the round even if he did convert Fox, even if he didn't get off, but still, as a knife life advantage. 18 seconds left in the clock. It's not over yet, though. I guess has a lot of routes that can also just be unburst.
Super
barely
command.
misses. And Ryuzuzu just committing to the slow game. There you go, closing it out, going to last round. Neither have used their first all game yet. They're both going to have it, really, for this third round. Nice 50-50 there. See it, nice version. He's running on the organ, and good again, good swap. He just got a hit out of that swap. Again, as I said, Bonch is so good at it.
Oh, we actually got to confirm off Magarula this time.
Not much, but not much in terms of damage, but nice 2.4K. Setting up the zoning again. And next knockdown, you got a Magarula ready. You got a nice 50 meter.
Actually ready for the AOA this time. Good blocks on Bonch's side. Yo, they did. They did a car dash super jump, keeping the momentum, and try to snipe him out the air with throw. That was pretty silly. I see you, Bonch. It has a different. I has a different name. I just don't remember what it is. But I know like car cancel something. All right, there we go. Magarula delay tech to deal with a little bit of it. Nice defense.
There.
Alpha counter out. I see you. DP to call out the alpha counter. You're kind of nice. You're kind of nice for that one.
Ooh.
Roll? Yes,
no
sir.
roll. He's gonna claim it 2-1 to Bonch. Moving on to loser side of top. I will see if we know who they are playing there yet. Not yet. As we wait for our next set on. Speaking of which, the winner of this set is gonna be Bonch's opponent. It is Straw versus Sebalist. Now, I can say we saw Sebalist a little bit earlier on stream, so I don't think we need to introduce them much. But I've been watching Straw play a lot as of late, and I think they've really had a massive glow up. I've seen them improving their knowledge. They're always on the grind. Every event that I see hosted, I always see them in the entrance list. Do you have any experience with them? Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I actually often I played them not too long ago, and I ended up giving them some tips on how to, because I thought they're what they needed to struggle with is what I see a lot of Coral players do, where they fall into like patterns in neutral and not really adapt. They just want to run their own game plan. So I told them like they could just react to what their opponent is doing. They got the glow up, and it seems like they took my my tips to try in stride, because now we see them in losers quarters, which is bracket.
Yeah, gotta say, as a core player, really excited to call him this. This is my character from like day one of me started playing. I knew I wanted to play this character. Played him a lot, grinded with him.
You think you can beat me? Round 1.
I think the one thing that's interesting about Straw is you see a lot of chem players, they go to the Shadow version eventually. I have never seen Straw play Shadow Chem, but anyways, good. They didn't quite punish roll there, but I saw what they were doing. They wanted to leave a gap in their pressure so they could punish roll, and there we go, just good awareness from Seba to just punish it, even knowing that there's no super jump, so it doesn't have to do the super jump.
And there it is, we're actually gonna flash yellow this time. Oh, we got the throw bait! This is not guilty gear, my son. This is not guilty gear, my son. You can't wake up like that all the time. And this is Daniel. Baited that DP, and we're gonna. That was smart. We did nothing.
Does Seba know?
That was Seba. Seba was really smart. Seba was really smart because they did nothing, and they just walked back and let them spend all the meter and watch them just like, it's fine. I'll win off the next touch.
I think one thing I'm interested about is, do they know that you can super jump up in airfield? A lot of players tend to like project me. They don't see kind of a lot, or they just don't think of it, because most characters you can't, but Ken's safe. Ken's
Yo, the DP through the burst is crazy! I'm sorry to cut you off, but that DP through the burst was insane reaction. And then you got a counter hit JD. Shout out that got some okay, nice tech.
Yeah, no, not an issue. Oh, going for the 5A there. Add the 5B there to get confirmed.
The 2C putting in work. I like to call it the dog flash kick.
Do they? Okay. Another, I think one that I'd like to see him capitalize on is using the gaps that he has in pressure, letting Seba make the mistake to pressure. I've talked to Seba, and I can say that one thing that too much preparation. So that's gonna be I'm gonna super cancel right through that. That was sick. What a good call from Seba. Knowing what options he can use to get through the burst. I also gotta say, one thing, I played Seba a few months back. Remember, he was kind of struggling with the chem match, so he hit me up. He said, hey, can we run some sets?
Oh.
Remember I played against him? I kind of, you can tell that he was so struggling with the match. I played him again a few months later. I think he has a really good handle on the matchup now. I can see it here. And I saw it when I was playing against him, and I was like, wow, he really has gotten better at this matchup. And I think we've been seeing it.
Round 1. Fight!
One for a simple 5B round start. You don't see Ken's throw buns a whole lot at round start, but 5B is a really good round start button regardless. Good burst there. I like the burst, not letting the Junpei glow yellow, knowing that a yellow Junpei is a scary Junpei.
Junpei, yup. We're gonna do it anyways with that next hit. Never mind, I lied. Oh, and this is smart. I like what Sheva's doing. Now that they spent their burst, he can opt to just go, nah, it's fine. Now I could just get it regularly since you spent your burst.
Yeah. I think he could have spent the 50 meter to get it quicker, but I mean, he could also say that 50 meter just blow him up later too. So you know, once I have burst,
yo, the reverse hit 5B. Yo, we're doing Neta? That's crazy. We're doing Neta? No way!
Yo, this is crazy! Seba bringing out the runs I didn't even know existed! Give us a run super. No, it's rough. Doesn't matter though. Getting that crap closing out. Going on set point for Seba.
Yo, we cooking? We got the stew? We got the adobo with the seasoning and sazon? Like...
Good cross up there again. A lot of times you get some of those closer OP hits. Fortunate misinput
nice
there.
block. Hit the low. And then we backdash, reset it to neutral. 2D to keep him going. So we call the deathbound. 5D, keep him honest.
Hit.
We didn't see his cut it. Oh, the low!
I think
your ankles.
This is an 8.5k character. If there's no drop set.
Dude, it's crazy. He said, I'm getting this run. And slid into home base. Oh no!
Just barely dropped, but the life lead is so big.
We can play really lame.
You can't, but I gotta say, it's Ken. Ken, he doesn't care about these life bars. That's he doesn't think of them as a real thing.
If we get the right confirm, especially in the corner where we can loop supers with DPs.
I think he can go for double. Go for the double super. Yeah, EX super right now.
Flamethrower, cross. Yup.
There you go. What a great comeback. Just to fuse the fact that Seba, one tiny drop, that's all he needed. Again, Ken doesn't care about those life bar things. He doesn't care for them. Another roll by Seba that I really like to see strong. Just utilize the fact that he's leaving that gap in the freshman. Punishing. Confirm. Going for the sandwich open. For those who don't know, that's probably the most stable OP Ken has because it can punish everything the opponent can do.
Yo, the whip cancel slider is nice. I see you. I notice the small things. No Blink 182. Okay, nice DP to get out the corner.
Yo, sick cross-up setup there. That's actually something that I taught Straw. I was like, just use that, abuse it. I promise you'll catch people off guard with it. I love this.
Nice smash on the 5A. We flashing yellow. This is your take 2. Don't go 0-2. The pitch is down the middle. Are we hitting the dinger? Oh, it looks like we are this time. It looks like we are this time. And it's out of here.
A clean home run into a 2-0 finish for Seba. Securing his place into the loser semis against Bonch, which if I'm not mistaken, because of the way it was ran yesterday, I assume we're going to get Seba versus Bonch right now, but we're still going to wait. Not too sure on that quite yet, so we don't know. Okay, just got news from Mothership. We're getting winners first, so it's going to be Karma versus Flood. Okay, before that, we got to mention something. Because it's been a while. It's the match arena. We go straight to the players. Again, I know some of y'all be those really chill people. You've already claimed it. But for those of you who haven't, please don't. Exclamation mark match arena in the chat. Or go to matcharena.com/VGON25. It goes straight to the players. The top 3 gets paid out.
Hey, Mothership, how many codes are left since last time we did a call to action? I would like to check. On y'all. What's up? 28 left. Run up the numbers. Come on. We still got time before grand finals.
Yeah, we want to see that number hit 0. That's always the ideal situation. However, there's another way to support the TOs. Maybe you want to support our TOs. well, go over to the shop at 956pro.com/shop. They have some awesome merch. Again, as Locks mentioned, we love the Absolute 81. We think it looks great. We're not even gassing up because we're the commentators. No, we just genuinely love these designs. All the funds go straight to 956 production. They help out this event. They help out at Frosty with the side events. Even helps out the other games. Support our anime fighting game community and buy it at 956pro.com/shop or !shop in the chat.
Again. Oh, Flooding Karma. Not in grand finals this time around.
Hey, it's winners finals. You know, this is like
still,
the part one.
No, we can still see it. It's still a possibility.
This is like, I remember there's a TNS. I remember I was in BC with some friends. We were watching it. We were enjoying it. We saw these two in winners finals like the first TNS. And we were like, nothing really does change, huh? And it seems like even when it's Vortex Gallery, when it's a PFC monthly,
consistency.
With anything,
that is the word
always
here. Consistency.
Yes,
Consistency.
absolutely. Just such consistent players. I wouldn't be shocked if they played like 30 times in bracket by now, if not more. It wouldn't shock me at all to see them ever go that high. However, Taylor, we're getting into it, and I gotta say, this is our first to three set of the night, meaning up until now you've had 2 games to adapt. You weren't able to adapt, you were out. However, this time we got a little bit more time to breathe, which means we may see some more experimental play from our players.
Round
We
1.
might see them be willing to take a little bit more risk than you wouldn't like to take in a first to 2 setting, and just an instant punch on that gun. So good. Go to the corner. What's the Oki here? Just going for the
There's
restand.
no Oki. That was a restand. Oh, nice block on everything. Actually protecting our penny loafers, but we got cracked open again. It's still our turn with the there was 3.
Conversion.
There was 3. Oh, they try to anti-air with the 2B. Yo, swept under the bullet. That's matchup knowledge. Throw.
I gotta say,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think these players, I'd be shocked if there's anything they don't know about each other or this matchup.
Round
Like, they played so much, I can't see that they're going to be taken off guard by anything. It's all going to be about how they layer their offense, their neutral, all of that. Good burst, getting out, just doesn't want to deal with the corner game of Yukari. Does lose the option to Frenzy quickly, but honestly, I think it's worth it when you got to consider just how scary Yukari is on offense in general, but especially Flood. One of the best Yukaris we have in our community. You get that grab, we're setting up that shark throw with the traps. I like it.
Getting our game started. The engine's going ham. Had to spend the burst, but it doesn't matter. We got the momentum.
First, a small price to pay for getting your game going, I gotta say.
I agree.
Especially in a game like this. And look at that. Saw them burst earlier, but look at it. It's almost already back in full.
Yeah, any turn at the wheel, you know, like I said earlier, any turn at the wheel is a turn you can steal. Oh!
Forced it to a bit of a Canadian burst there.
No, that was just burst. That was just burst bait.
Was it? I think that was burst
Yeah, that was just burst bait because you. That was just burst bait.
Oh, I see. But anyways, going right next into the next game, no character slots. We won't be seeing any character slots for the entirety of this set. I'd be very shocked if we did.
This fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Both just air dashing back on the round start.
Keep it simple, you know, we want to play a little neutral, get that JB, we couldn't get the full confirm. That could have been all the 13. Turn that to 0 real quick, and that's really unlucky. Oh, they try to go for an air throw reset.
Yeah, good conversion from Flood 2. One of those characters, you guys can convert off 95% of them.
Yo, press one of you got hit. I got hit.
I got it too. Honestly, my brain lagged when I saw that. I took me a second to realize what I just saw.
No, I saw the cross up, but I just didn't know what they were gonna do. Like I just got my stuff rocked. I'm gonna be so real. By the time I saw them like in the other side, it was too late for me. Nice block, keep it perfect.
Getting that hit. I wonder what the play is here. You get, get set up that fear. Work to counter it, but get the reversal anyway.
Reversal super. The arrow of justice. No great Saiyaman.
I think you get a super like in the P version. Is it for the P version as well?
Pretty sure they messed it up. That should have been a safe jump, but you know it doesn't matter either way. This is on 2. That was the past.
Yeah, I focus on the present, especially. One of the biggest issues that the players can run into, that we won't see these guys run into, is they kind of get stuck in the past. There goes the safe jump, just got a clean roll out, so...
Oh, nice J8.
Cross up.
They tried to challenge 2. That was cross up 2. We didn't get the full confirm, but it's fine. We're at 1. We can really turn this into a horror game if we really wanted to.
Yeah, all we need is we don't even need a... We just need like one straight bullet. And that's gone.
Not even straight bullet. There's a lot of moves that she has that lowers fate. Her PP, her 2C. Oh my god, that would have been nice if they got the confirm. Her DP 2C. There's a couple others too. I think traps as well is another one.
Ooh, good first, fast burst gives her max awakening HP. Set up the Magarula.
Counter, we still have the meter all the way to low. You don't die here because it's the middle of a combo. You have to do it afterwards. That's a little bit That's a little bit of knowledge for you. But it's fine. This is a winner's finals, so it's 1st to 3. Karma can still run it back.
I mean, I gotta say, I've seen them do the reverse trios a fair bit of times, and if they don't reverse trio, they can still bring it to game 5. There's no secret to game 5s against each other. We say it a lot, we've been saying it a lot, especially me, but these guys have played so much. They've gone to game 5 so much. This is nothing new. This is just another day in the office. Clocking in for the 9 to 5.
Okay. Slow the game down with the tiniest life lead you have right now. That might be the strongest play to pick your spots. Okay, you got hit by the low gunshot. Oh, you're trying to up back out, and this game has a 4-frame window where you can't block in the air. If we did EX gunshot, that's a lot of fate removed.
EX gunshot, fear, and you.
Burst, yeah, we want to keep our momentum, I agree. Doesn't matter because we got hit by an arrow and a bomb. We stay in the corner.
We're gonna stay in the corner. Move on for a cheeky reset.
Standing low.
Didn't quite get it, but got the hit eventually. Oh no, going for the simp. Yeah, that's gonna be a 2C fatal counter. Nice, clean, going on set point for Flood right now. Has a nice burst advantage too. Ooh, good tech from Flood there. Try to go for a cheeky reset with the grab, but Flood already aware and ready to go for it. No, not opting to use EX, not opting to use Raid. Nice 2B anti-air, I think. See some loops now. Gonna see some leg loops.
Yo, okay. We come down with the falling J to take our turn back.
Yeah, you tried J8. Such a good
sweep OMB, and that fear you had to take it. Yeah.
Oh,
yo. They were mashing burst, and Flood took advantage of it.
Yeah,
because
they knew just Magarula.
At the beginning of the match, not the beginning, at the beginning of the combo, on the sweep OMB, they had fear, so they couldn't. They had fear mute, so they couldn't burst. Which is and they OMB, they ran back, just started playing, just started doing that target practice.
Yeah, for sure, but I think now we gotta focus on our loser side of things. We are back to 1st to 2, but it's gonna be Bonch versus Seba. And I might be wrong in this. I think they might have played last year in Vortex Gallery. I recall Seba being in the top 4 of that event.
I'm getting word from Mothership that Seb was not there.
Was that? Okay, I know Seba did really well at a Vortex color. Maybe it was like 2023. A lot of time. Regardless, you know, this is not I think they've played in the past. I know that. I've seen them play. Been a while, but I've at least seen them play in bracket once. Do you have any idea on how this might go, Locke? Since you seem to have a bit more experience with Bosch than I do.
I think what Bunch does with players like this is they just stick to layer 1 and see if they deal with it. So when I mean layer 1 again, it's like standard pressure, 5A, 5A, 2A, like I said earlier, right? And as long as Sarah finds a way to force him to play the layer 2 in the never mind, we're going to Aegis. I don't know. I don't know how to, because I don't have much experience with Bonch Aegis. I've mostly played and known them for the Narukami. So seeing it this recent and so often is a nice surprise, because I get to see more variety in his play, and I get to learn more, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, for sure. Plus, it's always nice to see Aegis, like especially like we get to see a lot of Aegis in general in this game, but it's nice to see some of the more fundamentally sound players, because they really show a different side of compared to what some of the Aegises. They just go crazy with the characters. You know, they do most crazy stuff, but sometimes some of the other aspects of the play might not be all the way there, but doesn't matter. You're gonna get this nice home run. No victory quite yet, but we're working on it. We're gonna get it right now. No issue.
We got all the bases loaded. This might be a snowball. Every hit is a run now. And look at all that meter he's gaining because of Golden Bomber.
Yeah. I don't even know if he needed to do the reset there.
No, that wasn't reset. That was they were trying to do Oki.
Yeah, I meant like, sorry, that's like a bit of a Marvel terminology coming out for me, where it's like all the Oki in that game is a reset. But like Marvel 3 players, they never call it Oki, it's always a reset. But anyway, the moment, like, I think they could have just killed you. But watch, now he's getting his game plan going. He got the Orgia, he got the OMB, he's ready to mix.
Both of these characters got their win con going. Did not block the low that time. OMC because they expected a burst or something. It doesn't matter, the stagger pressure, we got it, and we're still snowballing. We're at 22 runs right now. This might be the time to get to 55. The mythical 55.
Maybe, I mean, I've never seen it, so it would be quite the rare sighting. So look at that, Seba got it burst back. I'm curious to see how he might use it now, since he's a little more liberal now that he has the yellow one. Get hit, it'll counter, but nothing to confirm off of. He's just gonna save it. He's gonna let Blanche have this one. Okay, Super gonna close it out.
Good decision on keeping the Berserk there.
Yeah, for sure. We've been seeing it a lot in this top 8/top 6, but it really has been a thing where it's like both of them are just able to just make. Players are so conservative with their burst because they know that it's not something that they can just waste in this game. It's your most important resource.
They could have punched the DP. Doesn't matter, we still got our opening. Everything leads into bat loops in the end. Did not bite on the reset, and delay DP gets the job done? Border loop? Okay. Doki Doki, what's the Oki? Never mind, we're out of there.
Bad reaction from Seba. Run to Orgia. This? Oh, a drop, unfortunately. Good burst. And a Persona. Okay, this is when it fight. I mean, Junpei, I gotta imagine he's not too Persona reliant, but still a nice situation to be in if you're Bonch regardless. Another held opportunity to convert there.
Oh, 2D, they wanted to call out a fly. Ugh, your dome piece. The new era cap. You got wrinkled.
OMC there. I think what I was expecting was the OMB, but I just OMC'd into the mortar. Nice and simple. Went into the flame wheel. Kept it simple. Did nice. Went up 1-0? Yeah, it's 1-0.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh, there it is. The cut in.
We've seen this movie so many times.
We're flashing yellow.
Just right out of here, using an Aegis is amazing, but he just up right out of the corner. Again, one thing about Victor Junpei, he's strong everywhere, but he's so much scarier at this point. His damage goes way off the Kind of bail reaction there, but Seba just hold the block. Not challenging, give him launch a turn, 3k. Most of the org we get back, so I'm imagining we're gonna do a mode swap. No mode swap. Getting that burst out. Point of awakening.
Yo, nice block. Could not get the punish because you up backed. This might be the right. It is. It is.
Yeah, okay. We've seen this cutscene enough. We know how it ends usually. I mean, I gotta say, the nice fact here, Seven's got a good burst advantage. I feel like if you're a shadow character and you got burst advantage going into the second round, you feel a little bit weird, but it's like, yeah, I can find a neutral frenzy or something where I can spend it early if the round allows for it, and I can still get it.
You saw the anime classic coming, the run full screen into grab. Oh my god, yo, air turn is crazy. I don't know what we were cooking there, but it worked out in the end, but we couldn't get it confirmed. Launch, it would actually confirm.
We're gonna see him also
Nice block on the box jump overhead, and guard cancel roll to get out of there. I see you. JB going straight into bat loops.
We've got a nice bat loop. You want to loop him right into the corner. Smokey going. Trying to break. I think this is the game. This might just be the set actually. This is for 2.
You cursed him!
Ah, curse kicking in once again.
This is why I said nothing. Oh my. Can we confirm off this? That is a lot of damage. Oh, would they try
a lot of damage, but not enough. Just ending it with the gun.
I'm being locked out.
It's gonna be 2-0 for Bonch. We're gonna be going into losers finals now, which is gonna be Bonch versus Karma, which is a one. Yes, it is a run back.
It is indeed a run back.
However, before that, I think we have an ad read. I think that's what Mothership is saying. Okay, yeah. So again, Maturino, we've said it so much, and we're gonna keep saying it because it's such an important thing to players. You know, you're watching this Persona, you're enjoying yourself, you're enjoying the gameplay, you're seeing some great gameplay. I think the players deserve to get paid for this, and we already know who's gonna get paid. It's gonna be Bonch, Karma, and Flood. So again, exclamation mark Maturino in the chat, it'll give you the link, or Maturino.com, so it's BGON25. All of it will go straight to the players, will be the supporting players. But what if you don't want to support the players? What you want to support the teams? What options do we have?
We got the shop. Exclamation mark shop. Or you can get you some cool prints, some hoodies, some stickers. There you go. Mothership was a little delayed on that, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, for sure. We got there in the end. Again, if you want to see it, ! shop in the chat, vortexgallery.moe or 956pro.com/shop. All the money goes straight to 956 Productions. Again, Vortex Gallery Online. It's been happening for years at this point. And on top of that, they also do stuff at offline majors such as Frosty Fausting. So support them. They're a great TL company. And I think that's all we have for the ad read. I think we can get back to the players now.
I also wanted to, aside from, you know, the shop and the match arena and the codes and everything of all that, I wanted to remind y'all to hydrate. You know, hydration is good. I was out here drinking some water in the middle of that.
Yeah, that's a great reminder. Always stay hydrated. It's important for your health, important for mentality. Just a good state to be in. But we saw this in the winner's side, I believe. It was 2-0. Let me double check the score on that, but I believe it was a 2-0. However, I wonder if Bonch has been seeming like, since he's gone down to losers, he's just been rocking with the Aegis. Like, we all thought he was going to go Narukami against Seba, but no, he went the Aegis. So do you think that's a possibility in the set?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw it picked. I was looking at the bracket, sorry guys.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they've been going Aegis the entire way since then.
Yeah, so
beginning the operation.
Do you know much about this match? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too much about it.
That won't work.
Okay, no conversion there. We didn't quite see the Berserker into going into low phase. Didn't quite see all that. There we go. Got the hit. Set up for 50-50. Just there. I think we saw like 2 or 3 mix-ups. All in the blink of an eye. Ooh, nice. Safe jump from Bonch. Just showing that no, you cannot disrespect him. And that's going to be the round. Yeah, that's going to do a nice 3.5k to close it out. Again, either player bursted, which, you know, it's nice to have that advantage going into the second round. Keep your burst. Most important tool in this game that you have is your burst. Runs into the trap, gets counter hit. Great. Dashes in, hits him with the JC. Nice clean hit. 3.5. No mode swap there, don't quite that time, but mode swaps mid pressure. Get hit. No conversion, but still. Nice double trap. No confirm, but it was still in the foot. And he could have converted. Question here, does he off? No, I don't think he does. Oh, never mind.
Shotgun.
And up
Takes
here.
fate. Safe jump. Actually gets the punish this time. Wanted to bait that burst. Yo, DP back up. Caught by the gold burst is insane.
You know, if you're Bonch, I think you take that. Because during the kiss punish just doesn't get burst back this entire game. So I think you trade out your gold burst with using 70% of the burst, but the burst is 100%. However, Carmel, closing out the round, you know, he did the burst, I think he just wanted to stay safe. Make sure he didn't go down 0-1. Bonch gonna get back 7 fake counters, so he has a little bit of room to breathe.
Never mind, it's 6. Give him a chance. You gave him a chance.
See, okay, this is gonna be damage. This is the part. Oh, or sorry. Forgot to look at the screen. I broke one of the 3 PFC rules, but anyways. Unfortunately, I was in burnout. Could not get the big conversion there. But even then, nice life lead. Playing that slower neutral, using the bullets, using the Athena shield. We're out of Orgia. 40 gold left, so it's getting a little bit low, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. Oh, isn't with the air attack. Ash Frenzy. This is a depending on the meter, this could be a one-touch game. Oh, sorry, we got Punisher due to the up back. Persona breaking. This is going to be the game for Bonch. Bonch going up 1-0 in the set.
Please leave it to me.
Halftime.
We still got minimum 2 more games to adapt, so
Yeah, we still got a long ways to go, and I think a player like Karma is not going to let it be a 3-0. He's not looking to get 3-0'd and lose his money. That's not how anybody wants to go out. Yeah, popping the Berserk. Gonna go down to 0 fate. Yeah, he gets it. Or not, doesn't have the meter to insta-kill and probably won't for another hit, so it's probably like 2 more hits. But could be more too. Good DP bait. Okay, getting that juicy hit. He can for sure. He doesn't even need all meter kill, even without. Okay, drops it unfortunately. Okay. Reverse. Did reversal super into OMC, gonna keep the super safe. Spending all your cash, but I mean, I don't really think it matters when it's keeping yourself safe and your opponents at 1 HP. At this point, this is a mere game. I don't know about that. Barely, dance to kill, barely whiffing. By the skin of his teeth, making it out. Did lose burst, unfortunately, but for the round, it's 100% worth it to always try to use burst for a round.
okay. Yo, nice blight anti-air. That poison, small poison effect. It still takes some fake counter. Actually, just one. Take another one. 5B. I called the BL auto combo. Does gun cancel to actually get more fates. Calling the DP out again with 5C. Okay. Bicycle kick loops, we Liu Kang. Do it again? We didn't get rid of any fake counters?
Oh, do a little bit too early, but it's not gonna matter for the close round anyways.
That was smart. To keep to still lower them down all the way to 7.
Yeah, for sure. My man has such good knowledge on these resources. Honestly, if he gets a good enough hit, this can easily be a 2-count. I don't think I've ever seen Naoto do that before, but it was an interesting idea. I don't know if there's any tech there, I wish I did, but I've never seen it. Yeah, Mothership Zombie trying to drop the fake to 0, kind of been a costly expense for it, but I mean, well worth it to get that win con going.
Raid. They try to walk the dog with the gun, but did not get the input on it happens. Auto combo, and there's the conversion again. Oh, but it dropped.
I dropped.
And they try to bait the burst. No, just finish your food. AOA, and they got the burst just in the nick of time.
Yeah, just barely getting hold on to that burst.
Okay, gunshot. We're trying to slow it down to keep our turn. DP. Okay, now we got no fates.
Okay, we're only at 4 bullets. We're at burnout. Oh, this is a bad situation. But
Yo,
barely close it up, going up 2-0. That was scary. I won't lie. I think if you're Bonch there, you were a little bit nervous. You're a little bit worried, but no. But 2-0, Karma gonna have to make it all the way back with a reverse 3-0 if he wants to win this.
Round 1. Fight!
That won't work. Resistance stands breached. Power.
yo, the flyover, but nice reaction on cross. Ooh, we still blocked that cross off? And the same side? Okay, you're kind of nice. The defense is kind of nice. Okay, 2B to still call him out, going to bicycle kicks, keep it stable. Yes, we have to burst because I think that we're actually gonna go into gun soup and get the fates down.
Yeah, good idea to just save that, let the win card not build up too much. Yeah, not going for frenzy either, trust in the life lead, could have killed with a frenzy out, but again. Gonna get that fake down, we're gonna go down to 1. I don't even feel but we're going down to 1 instead. Ooh, good punish on the grab. Keep it simple, going toward Gia. Fortunate drop for Bonch there, but not over yet. You still had a chance to play the game.
Keep it oh, you had to. They respected the traps and deactivated them. EX most stands to still fly out. I see them being a lot more liberal with the meter on Aegis Bonch. They're more willing to just run around and spend the meter and respect that because his character is strong and their mobility in Orgia is, as we've seen.
Yeah, and Bonch making the comeback, kept it solid, played safe, just did it. Took the opportunity and brought it back to set point now. Good gold burst on defense. I don't think we got really a chance to mention it. Gold burst in the game is a really strong defensive option because it's such non-committal because it's +2 on block. There's 100 meter on hit, knockdown, all your persona cards. It's really a really good defensive option at your disposal, but the only real cost is that and it's pretty hard to make with too, so it's really only that you have to deal with spending 70% first, but honestly, while I was talking about that, Karma almost out of HP, really gonna have to bring this back in order to keep the turning life alive. Oh, and a drop there that would have dropped the fake to 0, but doesn't matter. Bonch knows the punish, knows that he can just nice and easy punish it. Closing it out 3-0. Maybe moving on to fight Flood in the winner side of the bracket, and we didn't get a chance to see that earlier. But I mean, I gotta say, I think both Bonch and Flood, they've been looking like they're playing really good against Karma. How do you think this matchup might go, Locks?
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna keep seeing the Aegis. I would presume so because of her movement, but I don't know if he's gonna go back to good old reliable. But Aegis seems to be working out. What I see is he can at least he can burn one game or with Aegis and then go to Narukami for the other two, or like burn one game with Aegis, burn one game in Narukami, and then pick which one you felt more comfortable with. You know, like that's the cool thing about these long sets. Like you actually get time to like think about decisions to make, even outside of the game itself.
And I gotta say, I hope that we see the Aegis, because I feel like right now the Aegis is playing really hard. It's nice and warm. Okay, he's already locked in the character. Already locked it in.
Yo, the bear?
Hey.
El osito?
So, gotta ask, have you ever seen Flood play Teddy before?
Yes, I've seen out of all the like offshoot characters I've seen Flood play. The one I know him the most is the Yosuke.
Beginning the operation.
Sorry for making you wait.
It's a little bit of an interesting dynamic. Kind of curious to see why he picked the Teddy, but I trust the decision making. Okay.
I'm getting word from Mothership that chat said that they suggested a Teddy pick. Okay, so the people pleaser. I see.
No, I mean, on winner's side, you got to get. Maybe he's thinking that he's not the game to play with. A nice roll punish there. Nice guard cancel from Flood too. Bonch closing it out.
Round 2.
Barely missing the JA, air to air confirm. again,
Hey, confirm he actually still have
item.
He almost had that real item OP with the falling J. I see you. Mordor. I think that was just the full auto combo ender, and it still did 3.5k. DP, we're still in the corner. We baited his.
Maybe he did not the burst. Gonna get the burst out. Has good awakening HP. However, this might still be a one tap if Boncho and B's. That's super.
Still a combo.
Yep, the AOA loop.
Dial hand? Okay.
Let's
Slap. Hit him with the pimp slap. And with the real timing too? Oh yeah, that's damage.
Finally.
Yeah, such a damaging super. You'll see Teddy's like you to end the road for one to kill because it does a lot of damage. Especially if you see Shadow Teddy. And the DP, they're gonna enrage bunch. For those who don't know, rage disables all your blocking, but your damage does go up a fair bit. I think it's like 10% or so when you have rage active. And that mix up. And it sends a moment combo. Super. Hey, burst to keep the corner and also just
out of there. Okay, burst. With the tambourine, I think they're trying to cycle. I counted wrong. I wanted to say they wanted to cycle towards barrels, but I was one off.
That is for sure. However, looking rough. He got to play absolutely perfect here to bring this back. Unfortunately, doesn't. Bonch to go up 1-0. However, Flood's still up overall in like the tourney. He doesn't need to. He doesn't gotta be too concerned about one game. Bonch still gotta win 5 more, and yeah, we're seeing the Yukari now. He wants to win now. No more of the people pleaser. This is the Flood who wants to win.
Show my medal.
Round 1.
Okay, we picked Yukari. The suggestion is over. Now we see the real deal. Holy Steel, okay.
Okay.
Oh, we ended with EX.
Okay. Ooh, a bit of a drop there. We're trying to keep it on burst. Oh, I see the vision. I see what you were going for, Flood. So close it out nicely. Nice and fast. Bit of a fast round again. You can see that from Yukari. She's a zoner, but like she's a step blade zoner with high damage, so rounds tend to fly some of the time. Nice early burst. Bonch not wanting a repeat of last round knows. Hey, Blood kind of a scary guy to deal with his offense. A bit scary. Certainly not somebody you want to be blocking, I'll put it that way. Nice over at Bonch. I guess it's not to mix too. Not just Yukari, you can do it. Go nice. Gonna have a nice Orgia meter as well. Dropping the super, unfortunately. So now the situation has been reversed for Flood. Ooh, no. You know what the concept is?
We're trying to keep our turn.
Yeah, for sure. Just gonna take that nice.
Yeah, that is a round.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you get burst back quick enough, but no. So I think the question is now, is the Bonch swap?
I think he's gonna stay on Igus at this point.
I think so too. I think at least for another game. I don't think you give up after one game. I think if you go down, like, if you see another game like that next game, maybe you go, maybe I can try an Arakami if you think you can get 2 in a row with an Arakami, but... Again, it's an option you gotta make, and I think especially since the Igus has been playing so well. I think this is one of the rare times where, like, it has been the MVP of tonight for much. Nice DP bait. Fortunately, doing a 5C in the corner. and just get himself off the meter. Nice, JC. Open up, gonna converting to damage. Okay, we're seeing some nice damage.
Nice
Blood
tag.
blocking all that mix, all that offense. And, yes, getting the air unblockable. They're gonna full confirm. Yeah, but seeing a different mix setup from the typical restand stuff, as I kind of mentioned earlier. Now that one of the restand stuff not gonna work as well against some of these high players. Gonna have to mix it up just a little bit. Hit him with that fast overhead punch, going up around again. As I think we mentioned, I don't think we've seen a lot of round 1 bursts in general in this player. Especially not by bunch much, but seeing it now. Kind of where people start to throw out the burst. No burst of bunch. You've seen him do it a few times there, so I was kind of curious if he would or not. I think that was a drop there. I think he just didn't have enough charge on the J2B to actually convert it and finish off the combo, but getting another open up, gonna go into the Oki. Now we see the reset Oki try to bait out a reaction from Bonch. Bonch is sitting there blocking, not gonna matter, they'll get in the hit. Bonch not gonna burst here, he knows that it's a bad decision. So we're gonna see Flood take it the round nice and quick. One of those quick rounds that you get sometimes in this game. Everybody gets them. You just gotta go next. Launches early bursting. Again, not willing to get Flood open momentum. I kind of mentioned it here, but I really like the idea of just bursting. Just not let your opponent get momentum. You can't get momentum in this game. Especially not somebody as skilled and talented as Flood.
Okay. Opting to... we actually opt to end the round there instead of going to or EX orbs, DPing out. Yo, we're just going with the JC? Okay.
He's also waking with the super there. This is... No, not opting to end there. I think he could have kept it on Burst with an OMD, but decided to keep it nice and simple there. Just go for the OP. Oh, no kill there, fortunately. I'm not gonna have the option to burst here. And yeah, Bonch going up 2-1 now. Only one game away from a bracket reset.
Ready to deploy. Here goes.
I see why they stuck to Aegis. Like I said, the movement is definitely helping out a lot.
I also think the other thing is that, like, maybe you can mix Flood. And I think that's something that I think a lot of other communities like talk about in fighting games, like the idea of like an X factor. And I would say Aegis is definitely higher than Narukami's, which can be kind of nice to have in the tournament. Ooh, the forward advances of the Yukari DP. One of those things that can kind of make it a little bit difficult to come to punish. Oh, an unfortunate drop. They're gonna always see the convenient pressure. However, he's got so much better with Awakening. That was 96.
He also full confirmed with the JC, but could not get the rest of the combos. Burst to keep them in the corner. Mongo
Honestly?
caught the roll, and now we're just fighting for the corner.
Oh.
We are scrapping for that corner.
So, I don't know how much other characters do. One thing that Ken's like to do against Yukari, and I think that probably a few other player bases have noticed, is they like to hang around the tip of that Yukari DP to kind of treat the Yukari as if it's yeah, you can DP, your DP is really far reaching, but sometimes it's a little, it doesn't hit quite at the end, I believe. So think that they can hit it and then it won't hit. It's kind of some neat tech to punish some Yukaris who want to go for some bad DP, especially when they're a bit panicky in those situations. Just having that spatial awareness to know exactly how high or how far you need to be away from it to where to win.
Okay, actually prop the. Oh, that was smart on awareness on Vonta's side, where they forced the Athena shield to proc and then just grabbed him in the air. It's like, nope, throw him back down. Can't be doing that. Doesn't matter. We still got the JA. We super scaled the combo with like the 5 JAs, but I don't think it's necessarily gonna matter all that much, especially when you're gonna get put in a guess for game situation.
Yeah, and I mean, even there, like, you went for the super, and it wasn't okay, but I mean,
Finally.
Yukari had the best neutral in the game. It's really not easy to just not get hit by that. Again, Launch really liking those early bursts on the auto combo. Knowing that Flood hasn't really baited that out too much, and just going for it to prevent any sort of runs we might have. Again, we're not attacking tonight, apparently, from these players. Got the counter hit, no conversion. Got another 5 counter hit. Okay. Yeah, this is death. Yeah, this is death. Keeping it simple, going for the simple stuff. Going up.
For Flood,
Yeah.
he's forcing it.
Yeah, going to a game 5 of this tourney. However, Bunch not out of it. These have been close games these last 2 games. It was a bit of a rocky start for the Aegis, but I think he really just took that game, adapted it, and now it's pretty close. And if he wins this game, Bunch has got like 3 more to play with at least. Considering the Narukami.
Please leave it to me.
Okay, going right to the Aegis. I kind of expected that. I didn't really think that Narukami was the play here anyways. I kind of prefer just playing the character that you've been playing hot. That the character that you've really just been putting your time into in losers. That you've been doing really well with. Has forced the game 5 with. It's gonna keep it nice and simple and stick to that Yukari. Got a 5A anti-air, no way to convert that unfortunately, but no, got the mode switch activated. Another bit of that better movement in neutral now too. Nice added bonus. Oh god, that big hit, but unfortunately, no version there. I'm getting that clean overhead. Are we gonna mode swap out here if I had to guess? Yeah, we do. We're gonna get a nice 2.1k. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna run some offense. Nice burst play by Flood here. Nice side swap, and that's gonna be it for the round. Flood on turning point right now with a whole burst advantage.
Round 2.
I don't think we can still come Bonch out though, because again, any hit could just go into Mix City for Aegis, and that's a reward that they're just dropping like 3.4 on your dome every time. And Yukari is actually a squishy character. Genuine weakness that she has is that she just dies if she gets tapped. But it's finding that tap in the first place, and it looks like we did this time. I think that was spawning JA with the spiral. Okay. Jump that meter, like I said, 3.4. Now we gotta guess. Never mind. We just waited on. We still kept that turn though. Yo, the Great Wall of Flood here. Okay.
Doesn't matter how good your defense is, though, when you get nicked 5 times in a row. You're gonna guess wrong. Statistically, you're very likely to guess wrong at least once. Great counter back. Nice DP. This isn't enough for this round back, though. I mean, Bunch got burst back anyways. Nice air grab. We're going to game 5, last round, last game of our grand finals potentially. Both of them got burst. No conversion on the JC air-to-air. One massive air bun. One of these with bigger buns. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to confirm, especially at high rates and speed. It's a little difficult to confirm. The Athena shield trying to quickly get his way in using the guns. Yes, does the 2B or Gia switch, which is one of the primary options I guess is one of the ways for him to get in.
I like the tempo burst that Bonch is trying to do there. Oh no, not the whiff throw! OMB, they're trying to force the game. They're trying to force that guess for game scenario.
No.
Unless it's just killed.
We don't even need to guess for game. No, this is Yukari. You forgot. We don't need to play that honest stuff. And that's going to be the tourney over 6k with the OMB.
I cannot believe that did 6k. That is crazy.
Honestly, it didn't shock me. I've seen her do 9.5k off of OMB. It's off of Sweep Server. It's crazy. The character just nukes you.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't expect just to drop with 50 meter 6K. That was insane. That was a
fair.
good combo on Flood's side there to just end the set and the tournament. Getting that gold, bunch with that silver.
Yeah. Flood played really nice. Again, just close it out. And that's usually the stuff that you see people post to YouTube or like the UCard channel or the Twitter. And they're like, yeah, there's something cool you can do. But most people don't actually go for them. What? He just was like, nah, I know this route in. I can do it. I can hit the JB. The scaling on it is practically non-existent at times. It feels like I'm just going to end it. Because I can.
So, well, that was the end of the tournament, but you know what it wasn't the end of? That Matcherino, at exclamation mark Matcherino. You can still support us before all that. I'm sure we still got some codes. Let me ask Mothership one more time. Could I get an update? I hear word that nothing's changed. I may have to cut up the gang if you don't run that up. I don't know what we doing wrong. We give you some good persona. You gotta run up. Congratulations at everyone. I don't know what we gotta do, but aside from that, we also gotta remind you, exclamation mark shop. We also got that one too, with a collection of hoodies and stickers and prints too. I know we've been gassing them up, but you know, they genuine. I just noticed on that second poster, top row, that's a Vortex gallery stick. I just noticed that. That's attention to detail. That's pretty neat.
Yo, that's a sick font. I've been commenting them the last 2 days. I didn't notice that. That's a great eye you got. But yeah, again, 956pro.com/shop, exclamation mark shop in the chat, or vortexgallery.moe. You'll all go. It goes straight to 956 Productions. There's Vortex Gallery Online, side events at events such as Frosty Faustings. They're so supportive to the anime community. Absolutely some of the greatest TOs I've worked with. Please support them if you can, and thank you for watching. This is Vortex Gallery Online 2025 Persona 4 Arena Ultimax PC, and we're out.
See yous.